Hey there for another EVE Online update. It is July 1st, 2025. Few things to mention. The number one notable thing is that the Keep Stars in, I think the system's name 1DQ is a really weird situation. I wasn't really informed that anybody was going to form up or attack that Keep Star. I think it was funny enough. I was in a mining fleet, and I was searching for one of my main character's fleets, and I saw somebody had a fleet open for the Keepstar Bash for Rifters. Pretty exciting. But then later that night, I checked Reddit, bunch of screenshots of the Keepstar destruction. I guess this is the continuance of the ongoing siege going on in Ethereum Reach and the whole Great Wildlands area and the Renters. Apparently, Gobbins is Horde attacked Goons, and now Goons is, unfiltered or whatever. They just, they say on Reddit that they're unbothered by this Keepstar loss, but who knows, honestly. Normally, I've been trying to tell myself to make consistent uploads, but I haven't been able to do that because I have a new work schedule, and it's quite, it's hard to get used to. So besides that, I want to keep on posting, especially twice a week, at least once on Monday and Friday, even though today is a Tuesday. But besides that, so looking at our allies are extremely strong. They're just in a period where they're just casually recruiting, just getting their money up, just casually doing activities with their newer players, getting them ready for like harder and harder content that would essentially get them more money and essentially gets the corporation more money, because there's a lot of organizations out there that essentially take a new bro, put them into a nullsec corporation, and they're like, all right, here, new bro, skill into a shield vector, a passive shield tank vexer, and just do the sites. And they do that because obviously they get kickbacks, and then they do our tax is 0%, but on tax day you need to give us everything you mine, and it's just like, what? That's beside the point. That doesn't matter. That don't matter. This don't matter. But on the side of things, I have seen a lot of smaller groups take kind of like a hit. Due to, like groups where they have like 30 or 40 players in the region of Sinclair, San, and Genesis, they'll be like, our officer who has like 8 alts, he's on a vacation to Hawaii for like a couple weeks. Yeah, so there's like a lot of people who are like taking time off during the summer. So I would have to say, if you're a conglomerate, or you're a leader of a conglomerate, I would just take this time to just start, in my personal opinion, playing EVE Online for this long, start saving up your resources. Start saving up your resources, because then the battles in nullsec, the big battles, in my opinion, I haven't really seen anything happen, so I don't think this Keepstar Bash is going to keep on unless Pandemic Horde keeps on attacking Goonswarm, but that's that. But I don't think that's going to carry on, especially with the last Keepstar destruction, and it's kind of just people don't have enthusiasm anymore to do the content. So I would say start saving your resources now, because there's going to be another, big, huge battle, bash, conquest, pulse bar, scope video event later this year. Typically it happens around October, when there's a second offensive towards the nullsec powers. So that would be my recommendation. Aside from that, everything's going well. Everything's going good. Our region's going good. It's kind of quiet, but good. I love it quiet. The outer regions, though, are in constant conflict. I cannot look at, like, every single time I look at the low secs and the regions next to us, whether it be Verge Vendor or Astera or whatever, always, like, constant people, like, fighting over, like, sovereignty. Oh, this person has a sovereignty this day. Oh, it changes in a week, and it's just like, those are high volatile areas, and I don't really want to spotlight the areas. I mean, yeah, sure, I said, Verge Vendor and, Illyria or whatever it's called, but, that's beside the point. There's like 30 or 40 systems in there, I can't really target somebody. But in those areas, yeah, we've been seeing a lot of conflict. So we're thinking that during this time of strife, when people are basically taking time off for work, the economy, my opinion, because I'm an industrialist and you guys keep buying ships and minerals off of me, I'm doing fine. But all the rest of the people, like the people who buy Plex as like a competitive commerce, they're complaining. They're constantly complaining about the price of Plex. They're constantly trying to do things. They're trying to pick up other career paths. They try to pick up the slack from, I think Plex was like 6.4 million each. So it's getting up there. I mean, I personally don't buy Plex, but I know a lot of people Plex to, sustain their accounts. So that would be an issue there. But I mean, it's all this rebalancing the developers are doing. Like they just did a rebalance where they said, certain asteroids can yield more minerals. And I'm like, that's great, awesome. Like I wasn't really complaining about minerals, but I know a lot of people in Nullsec do. But that's here, near, or there. But like I said, I don't think anything major is going to happen until the next DLC drop, and that's when, coincidentally, that's when the big nullsec powers go to war. But yeah, that's all I got for today. Let me know if you see anything, hear anything. But other than that, everything on EVE Online is going great. Sorry, it's going great. It's going wonderful. Cannot say that I've had a better time just sitting and, again, just doing what I love. Logging on, mining, selling my minerals. What more can I ask?